Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all glory, all honors unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the 144,000, the rest of the whole elect out there. This is Brother the Priest Azawa from GMS Atlanta, back with another edifying video. And more countries are to adopt digital IDs, national IDs or digital IDs, which is a sign of the Motb to come, which is the implant. Okay? Look now. There's a growing transition from, your average, your paper documents, your paper or plastic licenses, paper birth certificates, social security cards. So things are changing, Cards and papers and documents are becoming a thing of the past, and now we're transitioning to the different governments around the world utilizing digital or mobile documents. So here it says Liberia, which is in West Africa. Liberia says national ID system drives the digital economy, facilitates service delivery. All right, so let's see what they're going into here. Oh, and you see an image of a man using biometric fingerprint scanner. So it says the director of media relations at Liberia's National Identification Registry says the national ID system is central to the country's digital economy efforts, and partnerships have been an important factor in driving adoption of the card. So they have a card, right? Daniel Slow, well, we have cards here in the U.S. Daniel Slow Sarsby was speaking during a press briefing this week in Monrovia, in which he gave updates about the NIR's work and its ambitions for the near future. Front page Africa reports. So it says, according to Sarsby, although their principal mandate is to register Liberians into a national ID system, they also have an important role to play in creating the enabling environment for the country's digital transformation can be accelerated. So once these citizens in Liberia, which are Israelites, by the way, right? Most of them, they're going to transfer to a digital system. So they're phasing out, although they have these cards, they're going to phase out eventually to introducing the Motb implant as well. So this makes sense because when you read the scriptures and the prophecies, what does it say? It says that he causes all, and this is Revelation 13:16, he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And the key part in that verse is that he causes all, small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So all individual people, no matter your status in society, you're going to have to take the mark, all right? That biometric implant. Okay, but first, the infrastructure, as I always say, that has to be set up and put in place first. And then you have to have the actual system, the digital system has to be accessible to your citizens And they're also going to transfer your different services, whether it's government welfare assistance services or otherwise. Everything is going to transfer to that digital ID system. Okay. It says we are not just enrolling people into a system. We are creating a foundation for the future of Liberia's digital economy, the official said as quoted. So this is another step here to the MOTB. Right? GMS has always been right about the MOTB, the mark of the beast, the prophecy in Revelation, the 13th chapter. Okay? It says, Now Sarsby said, one of the partnerships that have driven the adoption of the national ID card is NIR's Memorandum of Understanding with the Civil Service Agency signed in May last year, which makes it possible for the national identification numbers of civil servants to be used for payroll verification. Ethiopia is also using its digital ID to identify civil servants, because once everybody is identified, then the elites know pretty much everyone that's on the planet, because they're going to be accessible by a data system that these governments, and especially the elites behind the scenes of Esau, Edom, will be able to utilize, right? But this is why the Lord is also going to destroy them, because that's in violation of one of the laws of the scriptures, where you're not supposed to number the people, okay? Let's see here if I can remember how it's worded. Let's see, not number the people. Just bear with me. Okay. Okay. So let me do this. Let's go to Google. Law and Bible. The census. Right? Let's see here. What does the Bible say about a census? So this is, let's see. Why was David not allowed to take a census? Why is the census controversial? What's the issue with the census? This is speaking about the U.S. Let me get this here. Phil, let me read some of it. I just want to get the scripture. Now, there were times when certain Israelites were numbered, but as far as numbering Israel as a whole, that wasn't supposed to be done. So bear with me. Bear with me 1 second. Let's go to the blue letter. Let's see. Number the people. But that's not what we're supposed to be doing. See, Esau, he wants to introduce this mark. When Esau introduces this mark, it's for him to be like the Heavenly Father and be like the Most High. Okay? Okay, so this is 1 Chronicles 21. First Chronicles 21. And this is dealing with David. Okay. So 1 Chronicles 21:1, and Satan stood up against Israel. So Satan hopped on King David. And Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. You're not supposed to number the population. You're not supposed to number Israel. Okay? You're not supposed to number the people. All right? Now, the people that are in charge of these banks, those out there are behind the scenes are the small hats, the so-called Jews, and they are the ones that claim to be the people, and they hold the Torah in high regard. But when you read the scriptures, that that was against what the Heavenly Father wanted. But here it is, they're creating a system to have everyone numbered and everyone have a micro C-hip in them and have a registry. It says, and David said to Joab and to the rulers of the people, go, number Israel from Beersheba even to Dan, and bring the number of them to me, that I may know it. And Joab answered, the Lord make his people 100 times so many more as they be. But my lord the king, are they not all my lord's servants? Why then doth my lord, all right, speaking to King David, he's the superior, all right, the Lord, why then doth my lord require this thing? Why will he be a cause of trespass to Israel? So it was a trespass to number Israel. Okay? So when you see these nations setting up digital identities to identify servants and other people, that's against what the Heavenly Father wants. And that's why he's going to destroy Esau's system and these other nations. It says, apart from enhancing the delivery of administrative and other services to Liberian civil servants, the NIR Director of Media Relations said the integrations of the NINs with NIR's e-verification portal has also contributed enormously to identifying ghost workers who have been draining the government payroll. Sarge Bay also spoke of another important MOU which NIR signed with the Liberian Telecommunications Authority, making the national ID card a requirement for SIM card registrations. So they're doing a lot of mandating in these countries overseas when it comes to identification, which eventually that mandate is going to be the implant, right? The Motb, which is a physical thing, all right? The charagma, which is a Greek word for mark in Revelation, the 13th chapter. Okay, let's get it. Revelation 13. And this prophecy must take place before World War III and the destruction of Babylon the Great. First, this prophecy has to take place first. Revelation 13:16. And he calls it all. So everyone is going to have to register in this digital ID system, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, so of all statuses. to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. It's a physical thing, okay? It's going to be inside their right hand or inside their forehead. Think of Elon Musk, which he's a part of the U.S. cabinet, right, alongside Trump and J.D. Vance, all right? He has his company Neuralink, which they're actually putting implants, physical digital implants in people's brains, right? The foreheads. So that lines up with Bible prophecy here. It says, "And that no man might buy or sell," so he won't be able to live in this society. "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." So you got to be registered and tied into the system, and you're going to have to get that implant. Okay? So that's what we're looking at here. Now, this is another article out of Belgium. It says Belgians can apply for digital national ID cards in 2026. So that's just a year from now. So in the country of Belgium, it says Belgian citizens will be able to apply for a digital version of the national identity card from November 2026. So we're seeing the transition here. We're seeing the actual movement and transition to this digital system gradually over time, with different countries around the world. The digital ID card, and you notice a lot of these things, see, they're not using the word mandatory. Some articles are, but they're letting you know that this is a part of their goals. The digital ID card, it says, will be optional and will not replace the physical document immediately, the country's Minister of Interior, Bernard Quinton, said on Monday. All right? But eventually it will be phased out, because Revelation 13 and 16 has to come to pass, just as all the other prophecies are coming to pass. See, we here at GMS, we get into these scriptures and these prophetic books, and we break them down to give you an understanding as it is today in this modern world and what it really means. Okay? We take it from the ancient world and we give you, because see, back then the ancient prophets didn't understand what they saw, but they were writing it down. So we have the Bible. But the prophets today, we understand it because we are those same prophets reincarnated all over again. So we're going to get into the prophecies and we're going to give you the understanding of what it means, because we're in the last days now. Not 1,000 years from now, not in 3025. No, right? Yahweh Shai will return soon. We're already in 2025. So how much longer do we have for the Messiah to return? Okay? It's already been over 2,000 years. Okay? So we're waiting now for Yahweh Shai to deliver his elect. But first, this prophecy of the Motb must come to pass. And all these articles and all these different ID and digital systems that are coming online, they're all a step closer to that prophecy being fully fulfilled. It says owners of the digital ID will be able to use it for identification and authentication, electronic signatures, and traveling through the Schengen zone. Details on the digital document are yet to be released. The new system will be made according to strict security guidelines and will be EU certified. So although this is this is in Belgium. Right, so they're part of the beast. EU, Belgium are part of the beast, which is NATO. Okay, so it's all connected. It says, and it will be EU certified, Quinton said, according to Flemish public broadcaster VRT. Last year in May, Belgium also launched a digital wallet application named mygov.be for Belgium, designed to hold official documents and allow users access to public services. So that's pretty much it. Why is it that all these countries are launching digital wallets and digital IDs? so you can, continue to get your welfare and your food stamps and your government help. Not just here in America, but around the world, they have that service. Why? Because according to Bible prophecy, the beast, these European nations, NATO and America, are going to introduce the Motb, the mark, which is a physical thing, a digital implant, right, under your skin. And these other countries are going to introduce it as well around the world because they're all going to be tied to that digital ID system. Russia, China, Iran. They may be against certain things when it comes to war and geopolitics, but when it comes to securing, the agenda for Esau and this new world order, they're all on board. So, with that, I hope this is edifying. Until the next video, I say, Shalom.